would say there's no way around this, left or right, red or blue. This is just plain illegal. Fox News senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano joins me right now. Illegal.
It's absolutely unconstitutional. I mean, the Supreme Court has ruled directly on point. When Richard Nixon was worried about anti-war protesters during the Vietnam era, he sent FBI agents and undercover, CIA agents undercover, which was against the law for them to be operating in the U.S., and military in civilian garb to take photographs and to use tape recorders to record the voice of protesters. And they sued. It's a very famous case. And the Supreme Court said the right to free speech is natural to us. It doesn't come from the government. It comes from our humanity. No government may interfere with it under any circumstances when you're expressing political speech about what the government is doing. And because
even if that's on a political site, in other words, if this is a Democratic National Committee does it, that's one. But you're saying if it pops up on a White House government site, even though there are vested interest on that site,
the Democratic National Committee can ask anybody to tell it anything it wants. That's not the government. The First Amendment only restrains the government. Any government, the president, the Congress,
so when this crossed to potentially the White House site, then you were doing a no-no.
Then you're violating the Constitution. Because think about free speech. Sometimes it enlightens and illuminates. Sometimes it aggravates and offends. And the Supreme Court says because of that, it requires breathing room, figuratively and literally. The government can't get in your face with something, say, you want to criticize us? We want a copy of it. Literally, the government is prohibited from intimidating people from exercising free speech. And recording their names or their voices or asking people to spy on them would be the exact type of intimidation the Supreme Court condemned.
But then how would someone in government then follow up on it? Let's say, Napolitano has been saying some off-the-wall stuff about your health care program. You might want to check him out. Am I in the wrong having done that? Are they in the wrong having taken me up on that?
They're in the wrong doing it as the government. Remember, the First Amendment restrains the government. The statutes restrain the government. Anything the government does to intimidate you or to deter you or to make you think twice about expressing a political opinion is prohibited under the First Amendment. And the president, who used to teach constitutional law at the University of Chicago Law School, must know this.
But see, that's what makes me think he could not have known about this. Because he is such a good constitutional lawyer.
Maybe he didn't know about the website. He certainly knows what the law is.
Okay, you got me there. All right, Judge, always good seeing you.
I got to tell you this: in a fight between Major Garrett and the Secret Service, my bet is on Garrett.
I do.
I arm wrestled him in a bar once. He flipped me over the table.
But he would also talk them to death. Sorry, throw so many big words at them, they'll just say, well. All right, thank you very much. Anyone named Major, but you're not going to get in a battle.
There you go.
Neil, you'll think twice. All right. This is not really just conservative rage, by the way. Now some liberals who really love the president are coming out against this particular snitch site, as they're calling it. I want you to meet one Obama fan who parts company with him on this one. But first, Senator is now getting the Soto slap. She is in, but anyone who actually voted against her, and there were 31 of them, they're out. We're just out of line.